Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it's been about a month or so since I last posted a video, and at the time I was just getting into the queue for Honey and Lace. I signed my paperwork on January 17th, and I actually received my call February 27th to place the order for my inventory. The inventory came in about a week or so, well actually less, probably about 5 days after I placed my order, and from there I did my launch and I have been selling. So I am currently an active consultant, so it has been just a little bit less than a month, but I thought I would share a couple things that I have experienced and learned, and also just kind of go over some things that I think are important. I've received a lot of questions from people who are interested in the company, and I think that's amazing. Honey and Lace is experiencing some great growth right now, and there are some things that I want to cover with you all, just as kind of like a general topic, based on some of the questions that I've received. So let's get into the first part. I'm going to do my very best not to make this video too long. So the first part is kind of going over what I've been experiencing so far within my first month of selling, and that is that it is going well. People are receiving the items that they're purchasing and loving them. They are falling in love with the company and the brand, and I think that you can't ask for anything more, being on a ground floor opportunity and bringing these items to people for them to enjoy and make them feel beautiful. I want to start by saying I did purchase the lowest inventory kit that you could go with the intent of immediately after placing my initial inventory order, going online and placing another order. I decided not to do that because I wanted to find out, for one, what was going to be in my kit. So like what kind of items I was going to have in my kit that maybe I'd want to get more of, or also I wanted the feedback from the people in my group. So once I did my launch, I decided to host a poll in my group and see what items they were interested in getting. That was a great idea. I think being able to, to tap into what my VIP group wants is huge. The issue that I had is that I think for me personally, since I did the smaller kit, I would have liked to have had more inventory like straight out the gate. And in my head, I did this small kit, so it was 60 pieces, and then I added on leggings as well, so I had about 80 pieces. In my head I was like, oh, that'll be great, that'll do a good launch, and it did. I sold very well. I didn't make all my money back yet on my kit, but that's okay. The issue that I ran into is that I don't have all the sizes that people need, or they love this, but it's, again, not their size. So I think if I were to go back and redo it, and this is just personally for me, everything that I'm going to say in this video is my opinion, and what works or didn't work for me may not be the same for you. Everyone is different in their business. This is just my opinion and letting you know where I'm at. So I think if I were going to redo this situation, I would probably still go with the $1,000 kit, but instead of waiting until my launch, I probably would have gone ahead and ordered an additional amount of inventory as soon as I placed my initial order. And maybe I would have asked in a poll prior to getting the inventory, what items are you most excited about seeing? Skirts, shirts, dresses, leggings, palazzos, and had them tell me, what exciting or what items are exciting them. And then from there kind of gone on and ordered, so that way when my initial launch happened, I would have had more inventory. And I know there's been quite a few girls that I've talked to that are contemplating going between the $2,000 and the $1,000, and I say, if you have that $2,000, you can certainly place that order, but you don't pick your initial inventory. So for those people who are maybe wanting to have a little bit more of a say, if you have that extra $1,000, I would definitely suggest maybe going with the $1,000 kit and then placing an order if not immediately, shortly after, that way you have the ample inventory. Where I'm at right now in my group is I'm kind of at a stalemate. My group has seen what I have from my initial launch, and I've gotten some additional stray purchases here and there, but they are waiting for the new inventory. And so in the meantime, I'm still doing engaging posts. I think that's extremely important, and I'm trying to still get to know my VIPs and make them know, that I'm here, I want to know about them, and I am listening to their requests. So I think that's extremely important. So that's where I'm at on the business side. I've, organically been growing my group. I haven't participated in any loop giveaways or multi-consultant sales, although I wouldn't mind doing a multi-consultant just so I feel like we could get more people's names out there, more inventory out. But I haven't done that. My group has grown extremely organically, and to say that is great. I don't have a large group at the moment. I think I have 135 people in my VIP, and I'm okay with that because they're active. They are active members, and so I would rather have that small number and people interact with me than have a large number and have 2 people interact. So that's where I'm at with the group. As far as what I wanted to talk about for people who have been asking me different questions, in regards to, thinking about onboarding or anything like that, becoming a consultant, I think there's some definite questions that you need to ask yourself before committing to, to any sales company really, but especially with Honey and Lace. And you need to really ask yourself, because this is a small company right now, it is ground floor, are you willing to to work a little bit harder to be your version of successful? The company is growing and more people are learning about us, but we're not exactly like some of the other companies out there that you mention the name and people automatically know who it is. So that's a big question you need to ask. Are you willing to put in a little bit extra effort to to get where you want to be with your version of success? I think that's a huge question. Are you joining for the right reasons would be another question. Everyone wants to make money, right? That's the name of the game. But are you joining this company only to make money? Or is there something about this company, this brand, that sets it apart from all of the others? So for me, some of the main things that drew me in were the fact that it was a smaller company. I wanted to be able to put that work in and be on the ground floor and say, I was there. I was there when we were still just really small. Another thing is fashion has always been a passion of mine. I mean, for as long as I can remember, people who know me know that I've always been into clothing and accessories, and so that was the perfect niche for me. Some people do skincare, or some people, sell nail wraps or Scentsy things, or anything that you feel passionate about is where you should be. So I think that's a huge question to ask yourself, because if you are passionate, it's going to show through, right? So people are going to see that you're excited about what you're doing and that you're not just trying to make the quick buck and hassle them about, hey, join my group, host a party, buy my product. If you are enjoying what you're doing, they will see it and they will come to you and they will be happy to be a part of your group and to spend their money with you. The other thing that I think that kind of coincides with this is your why. So knowing your why is huge. This is what's going to be your motivation every day to put in that effort to get you where you want to be. So I think you need to have a clear understanding for yourself as to why you want to do this. For me, and I don't think I've discussed this yet, so I'm going to kind of briefly go into it. My why is being a mother has been the most wonderful blessing in my life. I'm not going to get emotional. But there also came a time where I felt like that was kind of all that there was left, right, of me, being a wife and a mother. And, you know, I used to work and I did all kinds of different things, right, and had hobbies, and becoming a mother became somewhat for me kind of all-consuming, and being a wife, and that was my job. And I'm very blessed that I was able to be afforded that opportunity to stay home with my son and be a wife. But I also wanted something else. I wanted something for me, something that I could be proud of, you know, that I could say, I did this, or I'm doing this, this is for me. And so this is really kind of selfishly for me, and kind of bringing me back to me, right? I feel like this is huge. That, and of course, who doesn't want to help, you know, pay for bills? My husband is the sole provider, and so having an extra income and still being able to stay home with my son and be a wife, you know, at home is huge. Those are my reasons why. I want to be able to continue to do things at home and take care of my son and, you know, be here, but I also want that something for me, and to kind of gain a community of people and, you know, find my tribe, I guess you would say. So that is my why. The passion that I have for this is my why. And I think that's something really important that, you know, you need to dig down in and figure it out for you what it is. I think the other thing that you need to think about as well is that this is going to be quite a social business, whether it be, you know, hosting live sales online, or pop-ups, or in-home parties like at your house, open houses, or, you know, talking on your group. It's all going to be social. So you have to figure out, you know, are you willing to put yourself out there and, you know, let people kind of get to know who you are and get to know other people in order to, you know, to do what you have to do in this business. And I think that has kind of fallen by the wayside for some people, and I know it's kind of a scary thing once you sign your paperwork and you're watching these other consultants do their sales and everything else, vendor events, whatever it may be, and you suddenly realize that's going to be me. I am about to go on Facebook Live and do a sale, or on Periscope and do a sale. I'm about to host an in-home pop-up, and it can be very overwhelming. So I think that's something that you need to think about as well. And, you know, if you're not comfortable with it, then maybe just do some practicing, or, you know, but definitely something to consider, because it is a huge part of the business. And you want to be able to create that experience for your customer that is going to bring them back. So my motto for my business, that I take extremely seriously, and I think, you know, could be used for multiple things, is to exceed expectation. So my customers can go to any consultant. They can easily find someone who has similar inventory, or someone else who's doing a live sale or album sales. But the goal is to exceed expectation from what they are thinking they're going to get, right? In all aspects. So the way I do my sales, the way I present the product, whether it be flat lays or albums or outfit of the days, or if I'm wearing something, Or the packages, the way I send their packages. I want them to be neatly wrapped. I generally include a happy, like a gimme is what I guess I call it, because I want them to feel special. A handwritten note saying thank you so much for your purchase, for supporting my small business. Exceed their expectation, and that is how you will, you know, get the customers that come back to you, and not only come back but refer their friends, or, you know, want to host a live party, or you know, online event for you. So I think that's something to consider as well. Finding those personal touches that you're willing to add into your business so that you do, you know, create that customer base. It's going to be a lot of work. This is definitely a job. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna show these clothes and that's it. You know, you do have to put in the work to sell them, and it's worth it if it's something that you're passionate about and you want to do. It's work, but it's fun. And so I think, you know, if you can find something like that, then you're blessed. But if you have any questions, I know this was kind of a sporadic video. All of mine seem to be that way. But if you have any questions about anything, feel free to email me at honeyandlacesarahicks at gmail.com. That's SARAHICKS@gmail.com. Or you can join my Facebook group, Honey and Lace with Sarah Hicks VIP. And you can ask me whatever questions you want. Again, I've only just been doing this for about a month, but I've been researching all of these companies for months and months down to the bone. So I feel like I do have a good bit of knowledge as far as like general information. Now, as far as our company information, I do have a good bit as well, but I am still always learning. So if you have a question, I'm happy to answer. If I don't know the answer, I will definitely find it for you. And anything else that you are wondering, I will definitely try and make another video, probably not so far away. I do want to mention very quickly, because I have gotten this question as well, in regards to eBay. eBay has actually kind of fallen by the wayside, and that was unintentional, but I've been extremely busy with Honey and Lace, so that's kind of fallen by the wayside. I do want to let everyone know that if you are an independent apparel consultant with Honey and Lace, being an active consultant, it is not within policy to sell Honey and Lace items on eBay. So I have gotten that question. No, you cannot be an active consultant and sell their clothing on eBay. It is against policy, and you will be removed from the company. Also, in regards to eBay, I will no longer be posting any video related content about eBay on this channel. This channel will actually only be about Honey and Lace material and maybe an occasional vlog, because I do have family that live back in the mainland that kind of like to see these things. I haven't done one in a while, but that's going to be it. If I do decide to create eBay content, it will be on another channel. But again, right now it's kind of on halt. It's not really even in operation, so I don't have any other news for that. But if you have any questions regarding Honey and Lace, feel free to contact me, and I hope this video was helpful. I will talk to you all soon. Have a great one. Bye.